In this video, we are going to cover a topic like satellite communication and try to know what is a satellite communication and what are its advantages. So here, the first question that might come into your mind is like, what is satellite communication and why do we require it? And do we need to subscribe anything extra to make use of this satellite communication? And the fourth question might be what device we need to have to make use of satellite communication. So likewise, there might be so many questions that might coming up in your mind, and watch this video till the end to sort out all these questions and don't skip any part of this video. So now let's get started. So this is the smartwatch, which is not the new thing and which is been available by most of the people and they are using it. You might be aware of a watch which show you time. Now it has been turned around into a smartwatch which just resembles like your device, like your mobile device, which provides all the functionalities that a mobile device does. Like you can make a call, you can receive a message, you can browse through messages and mails, so whatnot. All these things can be done by a smartwatch. So now let's try to go through each scenario and don't skip any part of the video here. So I'm trying to explain you how communication plays a key role in each and every gadget which you use. So now this is a robo, and you might have heard news around like robots are being used in the industries to make the work much more easier, and they can do heavy work, even can replace a lot of human strength with a single or multiple robots easily. And again, here also communication plays a key role, like controlling these robots. And also a simple example what we can deal is like in any restaurants you can also find robots serving the food on your table, and here it's like VR. And you might have been heard of this technology which is currently growing rapidly. Even companies like Meta started investing in this particular technology called VR, and VR stands for virtual reality. So creating a reality which never exists. If you are having any queries on these three things, like you want to have a detailed knowledge on these particular topics, just let me know in the comment section below. I will try to do a separate video on those topics. So now I'm going to just say that all these gadgets work on the communication. So communication is a key factor for these gadgets, and what if there is no communication, then how can you make use of these gadgets? So you might be getting a question, why there will be no communication? So in the current 2023 year, there is communication evolve everywhere, and each and every corner of the world is being connected by the internet. So if that is your answer, then you are wrong. So even there are some places around the globe which do not have proper connectivity, and this might be due to electricity or various factors depending upon. So now let's try to go ahead and try to see how this particular problem is solved. In the first generation, we used to have a landline in terms of phone, and this is to be at our home. And whenever you try to make a call, then the other side should also have the same device for this particular communication in initial stages due to the lack of technology in those days. And the only way to communicate between two persons is like both of them should be either in a home or office, then only these particular devices are made accessible. And whenever they are on streets or they are traveling, then the communication is again a difficult task. So later street phones are being made available, so wherever you go on a street, then you can find a phone. And also these are similar to that of landline phones, which you cannot carry everywhere. They are fixed just like landline phones, and you can make use of them from the street service. And thereafter came up the mobile devices, and nowadays everyone is having a mobile device in their hand and they can carry it everywhere, and they can communicate easily to the entire world. Now with a growing technology like internet, after the COVID, each and every service is being made available through internet. So smartphone plays a crucial role in everyone's life because starting from basic communication, the entire day-to-day life activities are being made with the help of the apps available. So internet is a crucial thing again here. So what if internet is not available? So imagine, what does internet require? I mean, to make internet available everywhere, there needs to be a lot of cable work to be done in those particular areas, and wherever the work is being done, then the internet connectivity is made available. Then what if the cable work is not available in an area such as like a rural areas you can consider, or while you are traveling, then if there is no connectivity, sometimes it happens, sometimes there won't be any proper signal while you're traveling from one place to another, and it gets very hard for you to communicate, and you need to wait for a long periods then to get back to the signal and again try to communicate your message. But sometimes there needs to be some emergency situations in which you need to communicate the information at any cost. This might be a scenario, and also in the rural areas there might not have been proper electricity or even the connectivity service, just as like say like cables, all these things are not available in those areas. Then what is the way of communication in these regions? So the latest services won't be available in these particular regions and the people living over there. To avoid all these issues, we make use of satellite communication here. So here, this is a basic picture which I am trying to show you, like how a satellite communication works. So most of you might be having a question like, what is a satellite communication? Do it have a separate cable just like we have fiber optic cable internet wires? Do satellite communication also have any wiring? And also all these questions revolving around you. So this is how a satellite, I'm just showing you a picture of satellite which is revolving around the earth here, and which is covering the entire region almost. There might be n number of satellites covering up the entire earth, and also these satellites are not only used for communication purpose but for the various reasons they have been launched out in the space. So with the help of these particular satellites, now the communication is being made possible, and you can access the information anywhere throughout the globe without any wire. So even if there is no connectivity in a particular area like rural area, so just after COVID, most of the works are being done over the internet, right? From learning like school level, the classes are being held over internet, and the work from office is being converted to work from home, and most of the employees are working throughout the globe with the help of the internet. So communication plays a key role, and it should not be a barrier for the rural areas. So satellite communication plays a key role in avoiding all these obstacles and going further. So now let's try to see what is a satellite based communication. So your device will be directly communicating with the satellite without any medium in between. And how this is possible, and are there any examples? You might be having a question in your mind. So till now there are only few devices which were able to communicate with the satellite, and they were not being available with everyone. As the technology is growing day by day, and what if the communication is not available? So the answer for this question, the satellite communication is being made available for the normal devices, that is the mobile phones which we use in everyday life. So yes, even our mobile devices can communicate with satellite and exchange information. So how this is made possible? Let us try to see. So if you consider the latest version of iPhone, that is iPhone 14, having a feature to communicate with satellite and exchange information. We'll try to see a small example like how iPhone 14 will connect to the satellite and send information. And for this, Apple is taking the help of Global Star, which is again a satellite communication company in America, and they are making these services available for all the users who are using iPhone 14. So before to iPhone 14, the devices which run on iOS do not have this facility, and only starting from iPhone 14 you can experience this service. And for 2 years this service will be provided for free of cost, and after that there might be some tariff based on their requirement. So is it only for Apple users? then no. This particular service is soon being launched on Android device as well. So in Android 14, which is to be launched end of this year, the satellite based communication is being made available with the help of SpaceX. Android 14 will be available by the end of this year, and you can expect this satellite based communication by early next year. So now let us try to see a small example like how this works on iPhone. So here you can see these two screenshots where we are trying to make an emergency call, and here to make an emergency call, you need to have some connectivity available on your device currently. So now, if there is no connectivity on your device, as we have discussed earlier, if you are in a rural area or you are traveling through a train or any medium where there is no connectivity available, then your iPhone will try to connect with satellite here. So here you can see try emergency text via satellite. It is showing on the screen, and you can easily connect with the help of a satellite and try to communicate. So this is how you can make use of a satellite based communication in your iPhone device for now. And in future there might be a lot of added features available on your device like browsing internet, making a video call in coming future. So this is a basic level of making use of satellite communication and the usages of satellite communication. So if you are having any queries or if you want to know the pros and cons of the satellite communication, just let me know in the comment section below. I will try to do a separate video on that particular topic. And I hope you like this video, and if you like this, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting updates.